Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to try and make this a quick one because I actually just kicked my boyfriend out of the room. So today I wanted to sit down and talk about some new palettes and things that I've picked up over the last couple months. Things that I haven't really gotten around to use or are super new in my collection that I just, they've just arrived and I still haven't gotten a chance to play with them yet. So as you can tell, I already have my base makeup on. I will show you what I used. I used the ColourPop Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer and then a little bit of the Tarte Shape Tape just to go over places that needed a little bit more coverage, and I did sheer that out pretty well. For my bronzer, I'm using this, which is part of my project pan. It's just an e.l.f. finishing powder. For my blush, I used this Pixie blush stick that is also in my project pan. This is in the shade Baby Petal, and then I topped it with the Kiss and a Frog ColourPop and Disney Designer pressed powder blush. For my cheeks, for my highlight, I use the You Idiots, You Fools, You Imbeciles Super Shock Cheek also from ColourPop and like the Villains collection. A lot of ColourPop in here, I didn't even realize. And then I did my brows using my Anastasia Dip Brow in dark brown. So that's what's currently on my face right now. I wanted to just kind of go through each palette really quick. I'm obviously not going to be able to use each of these on my eyes today. I'll probably just pick one or two to kind of showcase, and then if there's any one that kind of sticks out to you that you would like me to use or review or do swatches or whatever, definitely let me know. If you have any of these palettes and you're really enjoying them, please let me know your experience and how you think they work best. Also, if you can hear the wind outside, it's very windy, but it's also super hot in my room, so I have to have a window open, so please ignore that. Also, my hair is in this ugly side ponytail because I washed it this morning and it's still not 100% dry, so just ignore that and let's hop into the palettes. Okay, so these first couple ones are the most recent to me. I got them from Beautylish, which is the first time I've actually ordered from them before, and I got them during the Memorial Day weekend, so they were all like, I think like 40 or 50% off, so they were really affordable. These are all from Dominique Cosmetics. So I picked up the Latte 2 palette. So this is a fun mix of neutrals and a couple pops of color over here, and I really do like the tones of the, more colorful shades because they're kind of like pastel but still fun and easy to incorporate in a neutral look. I also got the Rustic Glam palette, which looks like this. A lot of fun textures and colors. I like that it's not like so neutral with a couple pops of color like the Latte 2. I do like that one, but I do see it as mostly a neutral palette, where this is kind of more colorful with a couple pops of neutral. And then lastly, I got the Celestial Storm, which is more fun, deep, kind of rich colors. Lots of really fun sparkly textures in this. I think I might use this one today because it's the one that's, I think, the most out of my kind of typical color story or like things that I gravitate towards. These are just a little bit more deep and sultry, which is not something that I gravitate towards all the time. So I think this is probably going to be the one I tried. I also picked up 2 Urban Decay palettes over the past couple months. These ones especially because they were on 50% off sale. Urban Decay was just kind of doing a thing. I think they're still doing it with, I think it's the Naked Petite Heat is on 50% sale right now. But this is the Naked Honey palette. These are definitely my tones of neutral. They're very warm and yellow. And then one that I'm also very excited about is the Naked Wired palette. So it looks like this, a very vibrant, colorful, in-your-face type of shades. And then some of the more affordable ones that I've picked up. This is the Bretman Rock Wet n Wild. I think it's called the Jungle Rock palette. Yeah, Jungle Rock. And it looks like this, but this one is really, really pretty. This one has some really fun shimmers, like these couple ones over here are very, very glittery, but like a fine glitter. This one I have actually been focusing on in the past week. So I used it Monday through Friday. Today's Saturday. This is the Beach Cosmetics Hanging in Hawaii shadow palette. So it's all warm, pinky neutrals. But I really, really like the formula of this. It's more powdery, but it builds really well. They blend out really easily. So I definitely like this one. My last two are these little Wet n Wild palettes. This one is VI Purple, so it's kind of like cooler tone neutrals and then pinks and purples on this side. And then this one I have opened and I've swatched a couple of the shades. Hold on, there we go. This is the Stop Playing Safe. So it looks like this. It's more like peachy neutrals and then some pops of like yellow, green, and blue. So there's that one. So obviously a lot of stuff. You don't have to tell me. Okay, I already know. Although these have been over the past probably 3 or 4 months. And I'm definitely trying to get myself to slow down. I'm cutting my purchasing way down starting from now, June, until the end of the year. But let's go ahead and jump into it. Let me prime my eyes and then I'll zoom you in. And yeah, we're going to use the Celestial Storm today. So my eyes are primed, and before I get started with the eyes, I just wanted to put on a little bit of lip color so you don't have to look at my bare lips the whole time. This is the, hold on, I picked this up when I got the Wired palette. This is the Urban Decay Wired Lip Chemistry Lasting Glassy Tint. And I did wear this once when I first got my package, and I really like the formula of this. Looking at this color, it looks so bright and like white base and obnoxious, but once it's on the lips it does look a little bit nicer. And I do like the formula of this so far. It's very, it dries down. Like once it dries down, it is pretty much budge proof. It's very much like a stain, but it doesn't look like it's completely dried down. It does have kind of like a glossy, I don't know, glossy, almost like, it doesn't feel sticky, but it kind of looks sticky, if that makes any sense. You'll see. So I'm going to just put this on, maybe put on a little bit of lip liner, and then we'll get started with the eyes. Okay, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell, but my lips, they don't necessarily look like I have like an intentional lip gloss on. They just kind of look wet. But I actually do like the finish. It doesn't really bother me. It's really like smooth and silky. It doesn't feel sticky at all. It's not like glossy and like goopy or anything like that. And yeah, once it does dry down, it stays like that. Like, so let me see. Okay, that's all. I'm gonna zoom in and let's get started with the eyes. Because it's so windy outside and I'm really concerned about it being noisy, I'm just gonna do my eyes. I'll probably speed through it, put some music over top, and then I'll come back and tell you how I like the palette. So let's do it. So I'm done with the look. I used, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 12 shades. I did kind of like a purple and gray smoky eye and did a pop of this orangey matte in the inner corner to kind of tie in the orange lips. And I do really like the way it turned out. I did reach for a glitter glue, and that's because when I first dipped my like kind of flat packing brush into one of the glittery shades, this one here called Black Matter, I was kind of concerned because it wasn't really picking up on my brush. It's kind of like a stiffer packed formula. So and especially because it's so glittery, I decided to just go ahead, not even risk it, and just put a glitter glue on because I thought it would help it stick better and I would avoid fallout, especially since I already have my base on. I didn't want a bunch of like micro glitter all over. And I do think that was the right call because now the glitter looks really, really nice. You can kind of see the sheen when I turn my head. And there's tons of glitter in these shades. It's really, really pretty and dimensional. And the matte's really, really vibrant. This one down here called Zero Gravity is kind of like a gray. It doesn't have a lot of pigment on like kind of first application. I did use it with a blending brush and that might be why, but personally that doesn't bother me anyway because I like something that's easily kind of built up. Sorry, I'm like out of breath because it's so hot in here. I feel like I'm like suffocating. So I don't really mind if something's lightly pigmented but is blendable, or sorry, buildable, because that's just an easier formula to work with anyway. And then from using one of her other palettes, the Lemonade palette, I do feel like that's how her matte formula is in general. But I did use the shade Astrid Lust, which is this like bright purple, and it's not really even on a base because it's underneath my eyes, but it's really, really vibrant. It's really bold. It's really a beautiful shade of purple. I don't think I have much like this because it's so like kind of like pinky fuchsia based. I do really like the way the eyes turned out. I like that there's a mix of mostly cool tones and then some kind of pops of warm tone. The color Black Matter, it kind of looks purpley in the pan, but there's not really any of that purple once you actually place it on the eye. So I really like this. I like that those shimmers are really dimensional. They're not just your average like smooth, flat metallic. They have really intense, fun texture to them. I think you do just kind of have to know how to work with things like that. So all in all, I really like it. You know, definitely if you're into these kind of deeper, cool tones, I think it's really nice. The formula is really nice. You just kind of have to know what to expect from shades like these. If you're not into kind of more unpredictable shimmers and shimmers that you have to kind of work with, this might not be the one for you. But if you like those like glittery, very ethereal, kind of wet looking shimmers, then this is really nice. Just know that it does take a little bit more to kind of work with. But overall, it's beautiful. I'm really excited to use this. So that's everything from me today. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit it with a like. If you didn't like it, hit it with a dislike, a thumbs down, and let me know what you'd like to see next. If you're interested in any of the other palettes that I picked up, definitely let me know if you'd want to see me try them out in kind of a similar style. Again, if you have any of these palettes and you have any tips and tricks, be sure to leave them below. And thank you for stopping by today and watching this. I will see you in the next one. And hopefully not as sweaty. Oh, I'm so warm. Okay, bye.